everyone, we are going to present Bluetooth and Wi-Fi from Phoenix Coven team. Let's first look into Bluetooth. So what is Bluetooth? Bluetooth is a short-range wireless communication technology that allows the devices like mobile phones, computers, and other peripherals to transmit the data over a short distance using UHF radio waves and ISM bands. It is the IEEE 802.15.1 specification designed to connect multiple devices together, and this Bluetooth uses a frequency technology called frequency hopping spread spectrum. It is managed by Bluetooth Special Interest Group. The main purpose of Bluetooth is to replace the cables and still keeping the secure communication. The radio technology, later named Bluetooth, was initiated by Niels Rydberg in 1989. And the Bluetooth name taken from 10th century Danish king named Harald Bluetooth. Like its namesake, the Bluetooth brings multiple devices across different industries. And let's see about the characteristics. The Bluetooth covers 30 feet, around 10 meters, and it supports 721 kilobits per second along with 3 voice channels. And it is a high speed, and its frequency band is 2.45 gigahertz. Then it uses only less power. And let's see how does the Bluetooth works. The Bluetooth connects 8 devices simultaneously, in which one of them acts as a master, other nodes acts as a slave nodes. The master node governs the communication link between itself and the traffic which is between the slave devices associated with them. And the slave devices are required to synchronize their transmit and the receive timing with that of the masters. Specifically, a slave may only begin its transmissions in a time slot immediately following the time slot in which it was addressed by the master, or in a time slot explicitly reserved for the use by the slave device. The frequency hopping sequence is defined by the Bluetooth device address of the master device. First, the master device sends a radio signal asking for a response from a particular slave devices within the range of address. Then the slaves respond to the master and synchronize their hop frequency as well as the clock with that of the masters. And this is a small animation about the working of Bluetooth. Then next to see the Bluetooth in Android. The Android platform includes support for the Bluetooth framework, which allows a device to wirelessly exchange the data with other Bluetooth devices. It provides a Bluetooth API to perform various operations such as scanning for other Bluetooth devices, to get a list of paired devices, and to connect other devices through the service discovery. So to do this, Android provides Bluetooth adapter class. Let's see the details about the Bluetooth in Android. So first of all, we have to set the permissions in manifest XML file in order to use the Bluetooth in our application. So the permissions are Bluetooth and Bluetooth underscore admin. Then as I said earlier, the Bluetooth adapter class is helpful to communicate with the Bluetooth. So first we are creating a Bluetooth adapter object by calling a static method called getDefaultAdapterOf. So after, to enable the Bluetooth of the device, we are using an intent by calling the intent with the Bluetooth adapter and the constant action underscore request underscore enable, which enables the Bluetooth of your device, and action underscore request underscore discoverable will turn on the discovering of your Bluetooth. And there are some methods associated with this Bluetooth. So enable of method is used to enable the Bluetooth, and to check whether the Bluetooth is enabled or not, we can use is enabled of method, which returns Boolean value, either true or false. To disable the Bluetooth, we can use the disable of method. If you want to get the name of your Bluetooth, we can use the get name of method. And if you want to change the Bluetooth name, we can use the set name of method. To get the current state of the Bluetooth, the get state of method will be helpful, and start discovery of method will discover the Bluetooth for 120 seconds. Then we have some other constants like action underscore request underscore discoverable, which turns on the discovery of the Bluetooth, and action underscore state underscore changed constant is used to notify the Bluetooth state has been changed. And action underscore found constant will receiving the information about each device which is a discovered one. And to get the paired devices, get bonded devices of method will be very helpful. We can use this with the help of the Bluetooth adapter object that returns a list of paired devices. So here we are using the set which gets the list of paired devices. So next, we are seeing about the Wi-Fi.
So Wi-Fi stands for Wireless Fidelity. Wi-Fi Lit is based on the IEEE 802.11 family of standards and is primarily a local area networking technology designed to provide inbuilt broadcast coverage. Current Wi-Fi systems support a peak physical layer data up to 54 Mbps and typically provide indoor coverage over a distance of 100 feet. Wi-Fi has become the de facto standard for last mile broadcast connectivity in homes, offices, and public hotspots, etc. Victor Hayes is former senior researcher of the Delft University of Technology. His role in establishing and chairing the IEEE 802.11 standards working group of Wi-Fi local area networks has led him to being referred to as father of Wi-Fi. Now we'll see about the characteristics of Wi-Fi. The first one is indoor and outdoor coverage. Wi-Fi has both indoor and outdoor coverage options. For example, parking lots, courtyards, etc. Next one is ability to communicate with 2.4 GHz devices and 5 GHz devices. High capacity and load balancing. This means when one access point is overloaded, system will actively shift users from one access point to another depending on the capacity that is available. Networking access control can allow users to register themselves to the network, a helpful feature that enhances the user experience. Next is scalability. Scalability is the growth in popularity of new wireless device will only continue to increase. Your network needs to have the ability to start small if necessary, but expand in terms of coverage and capacity as needed, without having to build an entirely new network. These are some of the advantages of the Wi-Fi. The first one is convenience. The wireless nature of such networks allow users to access network resources from nearly any convenient location within their primary networking environment. Expandability. Wireless networks can serve a suddenly increased number of clients with the existing equipment. In a wired network, on the other hand, additional clients would require additional wirings. The third one is productivity. This implies that an employee can potentially be more productive as his or her work can be accomplished from any convenient location, like their home or some other place. The fourth one is deployment. The setup of an infrastructure-based wireless network requires little more than a single access point. Wired networks, on the other hand, have additional cost and complexity of actual physical cables being run to numerous locations. Mobility. With the emergence of public wireless networks, users can access the internet even outside their normal work environment, mostly in coffee shops and outdoor places, etc. The last one is cost. The initial installation of wireless networks hardware is worth a modest increase from weird entrepreneurs. This potentially increased cost is almost always more than outweighed by savings in the cost and labor associated with running over cables. Next, we'll see about the working of the Wi-Fi. So here's how a Wi-Fi works. The computer or cell phone we use passes convert a request into a radio signal and broadcast it into the air. The Wi-Fi device or wireless router picks up the signal and translates it back into its original form. The router passes the request to internet using a hardwired connection. The internet returns the requested information to the router across the same connection. The router then converts the information into a radio signal and broadcasts it. The computer or cell phone wireless adapter picks up the information and displays it on a screen. We'll now see about how Wi-Fi works in Android. Android allows application to view the access the state of wireless connection at very low level. Application can access almost all the information of Wi-Fi connection. The information that an application can access includes network link speed, IP address, negotiation state, other network information, etc. These are some of the permissions managers and methods that are provided by Android for Wi-Fi. A successful call to Wi-Fi manager.getScan results requires the following permissions. The first one is access underscore find underscore location. Second is access underscore course underscore location. The third one is change Wi-Fi state. A successful call to Wi-Fi manager start scan requires all of the conditions to be met. When our app has the access find location or access core location permission, our app should have the change Wi-Fi state permission. Location services in our device should be enabled for this. Then the last one was some of the methods that are given by Android. The first one was set Wi-Fi enabled. This method enables or disables the Wi-Fi. Is Wi-Fi enabled method? This method returns whether Wi-Fi is enabled or disabled. The third one is set Wi-Fi state. This method gets the Wi-Fi enabled state. The final one is disconnect. This method disconnects the current active state access point. Thank you.